and to synchronize his dancing. And similarly, Balramji is Subhadra. She is lady. She comes straight. She doesn't do much. But Balramji and Jagannath, they come dancing, and they bring the deities to that arena, and they bathe them. First, they apply some chandan, and thousands of buckets of pots of water they pour on Jagannath. Thousands of pots. And also the mantras chanting, everything is going on. And Jagannath's, if you've seen, here we use chemical paints, but in Jagannath Puri they all use natural color. So when he's bathed with so many parts of water, all his color kind of comes off. So from the day of Snan Yatra till Rath Yatra, there are 15 days. So for 15 days, then when they take him back to the altar, 15 days he doesn't give darshan to anybody. So those days they use to color him again, to paint him again. But that is for laymen like us. The real reason is, in Jagannath Puri, that temple, when that was built, original temple by Maharaj Indradyumna, Lord Jagannath was very happy with him, with his service. So Lord Jagannath asked me for some benedictions, some boons. So he asked for 3 benedictions. One was, "Oh my Lord, your hand should never be dry." What does that mean? For us, we don't even see his hands, but his hands are there. So it means you should keep on eating the whole day. So you eat, you go wash your hands, and then again the next offering is ready, eat again. He eats 56 times, 56 times every day. Nobody can do that. Well, Lord Jagannath is special. So his hands are never dry. They feed him and then they wash his hands. Again this bhoga is ready, then they again wash his hands. It goes on whole day. And second boon he asked for is, "Oh my Lord, in my house I should never have a son, or whoever is a king of Puri, he should never have a son." So, why? So that nobody can claim this temple belongs to me. So when the current king of Puri is about to leave his body, then Jagannath comes in a dream and he tells him, "Okay, this son, this boy from this place will be the next king of Puri. So bring him, adopt him, groom him to be the next king." And third boon he asked for, "Okay, your temple should never close more than 2 or 3 hours a day." So in Jagannath Puri, there is no schedule of when the temple is going to close, when the Mangalarti is going to happen, when he's going to get up. But it only closes 2 or 3 hours in a day. That's it. So Jagannath Ji is Krishna himself, but Krishna in the mood of Dwarkadhish, when he was in Dwarka. So in that mood, his wife over there was 16,108 queens, but main was Rukmini Ji, who's considered as Lakshmi Ji. So Jagannath Ji, his wife is Lakshmi. So she gets upset that throughout the year, you're giving darshan to your devotees, you're giving them benedictions, and you don't have time for me? All the married men, they have this experience, right? Mataji is always complaining, "You don't have time for me, you don't have time for everything else. You have time for job, you have time to go to temple, you do service at the temple, but where is my time?" So Jagannath Ji uses these 15 days to pacify Lakshmi Ji, that I'm going to just stay with you for 15 days. So that's why also he doesn't give darshan to anybody. And another reason, another pastime that he does, that when they bathe him with so many pots of water, although it's very hot in India right now, but they bathe him so many pots of water, he gets sick. He develops fever. So 15 days it takes for him to cure. Sometimes people ask, how can the Supreme Lord, he can get fever? It's not possible. So once a devotee of ISKCON, he is a doctor, and he had this curiosity. He didn't have doubt, but he had curiosity. How can Lord have fever? What kind of pastime is that? So the Pandas who were serving the Lord, they said, no, he develops fever. We have seen him. No, I don't believe it. So they said, okay, give us a thermometer. So the doctor gave the thermometer, they went inside, came outside, and there was temperature. He had fever. And that's why during this time of 15 days, although he is giving time to Lakshmi ji, but he eats only khichdi. It's very light for the person who is sick. So they feed him only khichdi and some herbs to bring down his fever. So the Lord does all these pastimes, wonderful pastimes. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Jagannath Puri, he was living in Gambhira. So for these 15 days, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna but in the mood of Radharani, and he was in mood of separation from Krishna, and Jagannath is Krishna in separation from Radharani, so these 15 days was too much for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be in Puri in separation, that he could not even take darshan of Lord. So he would go to Alalnath. Alalnath is about 10-12 kilometers away from Jagannath Puri. So he would spend 15 days over there. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was, as I said, in the mood of Radharani, but he was in so much of separation from Krishna that in Alalnath, if you have never been there, please go there when you go to Jagannath Puri next. In Alalnath, he lied down on a rock, and because of this heat of separation, there are some spots happened in the rock. There were some depressions where he lied down. His hands, his feet, his head, knees, those impressions are still there. So even the rock responded to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's feelings of separation. And then the question is, why Alalnath? Why would he go there? Alalnath is a deity that came from South India. His original name was Alvarnath. In South India, all the Alvars are there, all the saints. The deity was there in South India, but finally the deity came to this place, and he is a four-handed form, Vishnu form. So there is a nice pastime during Krishna Leela. In Braj, there is a place called Sheshashai, where Lord lied down as on the Shesh Nag, and he lied down on that. So he took this four-handed form. Once he was with gopis, Krishna was with gopis, he was doing his pastimes. So he left the gopis and went a little bit further away, and he took a four-handed form of Narayan. And gopis came looking for Krishna. And when they came and they saw four-handed Narayan form, they paid obeisances and they asked, which way is Krishna? So Krishna, although he was Narayan, why he pointed with one of his hands, okay, he went that way. So gopis kept going that way. But behind the gopis was coming Srimati Radharani. And Srimati Radharani asked, oh Narayan, where is Krishna? But by the time Radharani just said, oh Narayan, And Krishna forgot his Narayan form, he came in his original form. Because in front of Radharani, that pastime could not happen. So seeing in that mood, so that is Alalnath. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw him, he remembered that pastime. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you for keeping quiet. So Mahaprabhu was thinking of that pastime when he went to take darshan of Alalnath. Once there was a devotee of Ganeshji. He came to Jagannath Puri. And in his mind it was like Ganeshji, the Supreme Lord. So he came and everybody had told him in Jagannath Puri the Supreme Lord is there. So he came to take darshan. But when he took darshan, it was Jagannath. He said, but I always knew Ganeshji is supreme. But what is this? This is not Ganesh. So he went to his dharamshala and next day he was going to leave. And Jagannath came to his dream because understanding although he was a devotee of Ganeshji, but he was a very simple-hearted person. So Jagannathji came to his dream. Oh, come tomorrow, I'll give you darshan, proper darshan. And tomorrow, that day when he came to take darshan, it was the day of Snan Yatra. So when that devotee came, Jagannathji gave him darshan as Ganesha. Actually, the meaning of the word Ganesh, Gan Isha, Gan means people, and Isha of people, Lord of the people, is Jagannath. Originally it's Jagannath. So he gave him darshan as Ganesha. So till today, and I'm pretty sure further on also, this is a tradition, after that Snan Yatra, they put Ganesh Vesh, Hathi Vesh on Jagannath. So in India right now, the Vesh must be there. In the evening, they do that. So Lord responds to everybody's desires. And Jagannath is so merciful. He takes care of all his devotees, especially if you are simple-hearted. Hare Krishna. So for 15 days, he'll be in seclusion. Only the pandas will go and serve him. And after 15 days, 25th is Rath Yatra in Jagannath Puri. So 24th night, he will start giving darshan. And it's, if you have been to Rath Yatra in Jagannath Puri, has anybody been? Nobody dared to go there so far. So please go whenever you get a chance. That's the most special day in Jagannath Puri. Because there's a tradition there that non-Hindus are not allowed in that temple. You cannot go inside, take darshan. So Jagannath Ji, that day, he comes out on the chariot and he goes from Jagannath temple to Gundicha temple, which is about 3.5 kilometers away. And when he's on the chariot, people can pull his chariot, they can take darshan, they can do arti, and he gives the darshan, he gives all the benedictions. Few years back, the system was, when the chariot stops, we could go on the chariot and we could hug Jagannath, we could pray to him, we could serve him. But now, the High Court has decided this is not right, so they don't allow us anymore. Hopefully, BJP government comes in Odisha and they allow us again. But if you have seen the Rath Yatra festival on TV, or you can go on YouTube, it must be there, you can watch it. There are about 8 to 10 lakh people that day. And they come to take darshan, to pull the chariot of Jagannath. It's a wonderful festival. Again, the same thing from his asan, Ratna Singhasan. He comes on the chariot. There are 3 chariots, and every chariot is made from scratch every year. All solid wood. Very difficult, no? All solid wood chariots, no mechanical parts, no gas, no brake, no steering, nothing. And Jagannath's chariot has 16 wheels, Balram's chariot has 14, Subhadra's chariot has 12 wheels. Every wheel, again, solid wood, and it's about, I think, about 10 feet in diameter. And the chariot itself is 40 feet tall. Solid wood. And as I said, to bring Jagannath from the Singhasan on the chariot, it takes about 25 to 30 pandas to bring him. He is heavy. And on top of chariot, when the chariot is pulled, about 60-70 pandas are there on the chariot to serve Jagannath, and some are playing the musical instruments, some are doing aarti, some are just there to be a safety guards. On the chariot, every chariot has 4 ropes for people to pull, and every rope is about, I think, 4 inch in diameter, and it's about 200 feet long. And there are lakhs and lakhs of people. When we go, somehow we go inside the crowd, try to grab the rope. All I could do somehow just stick my hand inside, and 2 or 3 fingers I'm just holding on to the rope, just to keep me from falling down. And if we look around, everybody's doing the same. So only people, and then police also has a cordon off some area around the chariot, so nobody comes under the wheels. So only people who could be pulling the rope are 4 or 5 boys at the end of the rope. That's it. Because we all are just hanging on to the rope. So many people, our feet are getting trampled over, and there's no way we can pull. There is no room. Hare Krishna. And those 4 or 5 people at the end of the rope, I bet they cannot even lift the rope. The rope itself is so heavy. And forget about moving the chariot, pulling the chariot. There's no way. Chariot is so heavy. So how does a chariot move? How is it the chariot moves? And it stops also on the way. And it moves, again stops, it moves again. So Lord Jagannath shows that He is the Lord of the universe. He is a controller. Whenever He wants to move, the chariot moves. Whenever He wants to stop, the chariot stops. It's simple as that. There is no other logic that goes with this Rath Yatra. So that's why any time, any year you get a chance, please go to Jagannath Puri during Rath Yatra. And then there is a tradition when it goes to Gundicha temple, so outside the temple, the chariot is stopped. Firstly, when it's moving, if somehow chariot doesn't reach Gundicha temple and the sun has set, then Jagannath stays on the road, midway. He stays on the chariot, and the aarti, bhoga, everything will happen on the chariot. And next day, the Rath Yatra will start again. So, whenever he reaches Gundicha temple, outside Gundicha temple again, all the 3 chariots are lined up. Then they stay overnight outside Gundicha temple. Then next evening again, there's a big ramp is made. Again, full ceremony, it's called Pahundi ceremony. And Jagannath, Balram, Subhadra, they are brought inside the Gundicha temple. Gundicha temple is considered as non-different from Vrindavan. So there they stay for 9 days, and again there's a back Rath Yatra. So of course the chariot is not we cannot turn the chariot around. So to pull the ropes towards the back, Jagannath is brought. So it's a symmetrical chariot on both sides. So then he's brought on the chariot, again pulled back to the main temple. And when he reaches the main temple, so in between there is another pastime. So when Jagannath, Balram, Subhadra, they leave the main temple, they go to Gundicha, which is Vrindavan. So Jagannath tells Lakshmi ji that we'll be back in 2-3 days. We're just going to see our relatives. So they are gone for 5 days and no news, no email, no WhatsApp message, nothing. So Lakshmi ji gets upset. Where is it? Why these brothers and sisters they are gone? She sends some people from the main temple and they go to Gundicha temple. It's called the day of Hera Panchami, fifth day of Rath Yatra. So this day, 25th is Rath Yatra, so 29th it will happen. So 29th is Hera Panchami. So Lakshmi ji's associates, they come. They find the chariot there, but Jagannath is inside. They don't go inside Vrindavan. So they come, they break the chariot a little bit. They bind up Jagannath ji's servants. And in their own beautiful pastime, they chastise them. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's nicely narrated the whole festival. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was looking at all these associates of Lakshmi ji who have come and who say all abusive things to Jagannath's servants. How come your master has left her Lakshmi ji alone? What is this? And they say, okay, we'll bring him back and give us another 2 days, we'll bring him back. So Mahaprabhu, when he looked at all these pastimes going on, he was laughing. Look at the wonderful pastimes of Lord Jagannath. So when Lord Jagannath goes on the return Rath Yatra, so again, same tradition, same festival, same festivities. They bring him from Singhasan, put him on the chariot. Again, so many devotees are there to pull the chariot. So when they reach the main temple, now it's Lakshmi ji's turn to take the revenge. So Balram ji and Subhadra, they go inside the temple, but when it's time for Jagannath to go, she closes the doors. No, you cannot go. She's upset. Why did you spend so many days in your hometown without telling me? Why did you leave me here? So again, there's a wonderful festival. There's lots of petition from Jagannath's side. All the pandas make the petition, please let us in. And she doesn't allow. And then that night, he has to wear golden attire, golden vesh, Sona vesh. If you see on the YouTube or if you see the pictures on Google search, so they all three brother sister, they wear the Shona vesh. It's all made of gold, solid gold. And then that is to please Lakshmi ji. See, I'm with you. I'm accepting you. I'm sorry. I stayed there for so many days. Now I'm back. Please allow me in. So then Lakshmi ji allows all Jagannath ji in. And then next day is Ekadashi, so they celebrate Ekadashi, and it is said that on that day, whatever prasad bhoga is made, whatever is offered to Jagannath, That is very special because that day all the 33 crore Devi Devta, they come to take darshan of Jagannath. So that day that prasad is not available for general public. It's given to all the demigods who come to take darshan. Normally every day, you must have heard about the kitchen of Lord Jagannath. There are 100 stoves. On every stove there are 10 pots they keep and different items. And the item in the topmost part is cooked first, then at the bottom part. How it happens, nobody knows. And it is said that all the cooks, they keep all the items in the pots, and final chonk is done by Lakshmi ji herself. And it's a exact same taste every single day. I have had, by mercy of Jagannath, many times I've been to Jagannath Puri, and every time we taste, it tastes the same. There is no sometimes salt is less, sometimes salt is more, this, that, nothing. It's exactly the same taste. And if we go during December time, it's a lean period there because kids have exams, so not too many people come. They cook the same amount. During Rath Yatra time, they cook the same amount. But it's never seen that they ran out of prasada. It never happens. It's not like during lean time, they have so much of over prasada that they have to throw it away. So when it is festival time, by eating little amount of prasadam, you get full. In the scripture it is said that there are 3 dhams, Vrindavan, Navadvip and Jagannath Puri. So different ways to get Krishna Prem in all the 3 dhams. So in Vrindavan or Braj Mandal, when we go, because it's the same Raj or the dust, there are 3 things in Braj that they're exactly the same during Krishna pastimes. Is Yamunaji, Govardhan and Braj Raj, the dust of Vrindavan. So in Vrindavan it is said to get Krishna Prem, the process is to roll in the dust of Vrindavan, to roll in the dust of Braj. That's the way to get Krishna Prem. So when we go to Braj, when we pay obeisances, and when we get up, we should not do like this. Clean all the dust. This is the dust that is going to give the Krishna Prem. In Navadvip, where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, so the way to attain Krishna Prem is by engaging in Sankirtan, loudly chanting the holy names of Krishna. But in Jagannath Puri, it's a special place. The way to attain Krishna Prem is also very special, and which so far I haven't seen anybody who doesn't like it. It's by eating Jagannath Prasada, and not just eating up to the neck. Till you say, I cannot even breathe, till that time, keep on eating. And the Pandavas there, they serve you like that. Eat more. And in Jagannath Puri, the Mahaprasad of Jagannath, it has so much of potency. It is said, we know Jagannath and Jagannath Prasad is not different. So from your plate anybody can eat, it's okay. Even a dog can eat, it's okay. It's never contaminated. It's Jagannath Prasad. And in Jagannath Puri, the tradition is, it's not for us, but for the Puri Vasis, that they don't observe Ekadashi there. Jagannath doesn't observe Ekadashi, so they don't observe Ekadashi. So in Jagannath temple complex, behind Jagannath's temple, outside, there is a small temple where he has kept Ekadashi tied up upside down. The personified form of Ekadashi is kept tied up upside down. Means he says, in my dham, nobody follows Ekadashi. But when we go, we follow. We still follow. Of course, it is said that in Jagannath Puri, anybody who even eats fish, it's considered as Havishya. Havishya means the food offered in yajna. So, but it's for pandas. Those residents of Jagannath Puri, they can do whatever Jagannath wants them to do. We can do that. Also, anybody who even just sleeps in Jagannath Puri. Just when we go there, we sleep every day, right? It's considered as paying thousands of obeisances to Lord Jagannath. If you just sleep in Jagannath Puri. If you walk in Jagannath Puri, consider you doing parikrama. You're just walking from our maybe hotel to a restaurant. It's considered doing parikrama. And it is said in Skand Puran, all the demigods, when they look at Jagannath Puri, they see all the residents, even if they are insects to human beings, that they all have four-handed forms. That's how powerful Jagannath Puri is and Lord Jagannath is. Of course, by Prabhupada's mercy and Prabhupada's petition, Lord Jagannath came outside India. In fact, in ISKCON, the first deity was Jagannath. And he has come outside India to give us darshan, to give us his mercy, to give us a chance to serve him, to give us a chance to organize his Rath Yatra here. In every major town and cities all over the world, Rath Yatras are going on. That is for people who don't even come to the beautiful temple in Seattle or other temples of ISKCON to take darshan. So Jagannath himself comes out on the chariot. Okay, take my darshan now, pull the chariot. It is also said, and Prabhupada also confirmed it, that anybody who pulls the chariot of Lord Jagannath on the day of Rath Yatra, anybody who sees Lord Jagannath sitting on the chariot, this is his last life. This is his last birth, no more birth again. But some devotees ask Gaur Govind Maharaj, because nobody asked Prabhupada this question, but somebody asked Gaur Govind Maharaj, so Maharaj, this will be our last life? We just pulled, we have organized so many Rath Yatras. Gaur Govind Maharaj said, yes, if the scriptures say, if you see Lord Jagannath on the chariot, this is your last life. But then Gaur Govind Maharaj said, but do you see Lord Jagannath on the chariot, or do you see a wooden figure on the chariot? That's the question. So we have to serve him in such a way that he gives us gives his darshan. Like when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri temple first time, what did he see? He saw Shyam Sundar. He saw Krishna playing on his flute when he took darshan of Lord Jagannath. And then he felt unconscious. So that's the thing. We don't see Jagannath, we see a wooden form. We don't see Radha Nila Madhav, we see a form of resin. We don't see Sitaram, we see form made of marble. But this is what Prabhupada has given us a chance, an opportunity for us to serve them in such a way that they give us the darshan. They are very much capable. His Lord himself. They can give us darshan. But we have to be qualified. So this qualification happens when we serve him in such a way. We serve him with love and devotion, with humility, with tolerance. We associate, we chant his name, We read Prabhupada's books, we preach, we do all other services, we associate with devotees with lots of humility, lots of tolerance, lots of devotion. That's when we become qualified that he gives us his darshan. But all these festivals, and in ISKCON every day is a festival, because Lord is dressed so nicely every day, served so nicely, it's pretty much a festival. All these opportunities are given by Prabhupada to us to purify our existence. So we should make best use of this thing. So I'm remembering some of the stories of Jagannath. Should I tell the stories or should I ask for any questions or comments? In Jagannath Puri, there's a tradition, I was told by the local pandas, you should never leave Jagannath Puri on Thursday. You can leave on Wednesday or Friday, but don't leave on Thursday. I asked them why. They said Thursday is the day of Lakshmi ji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Please. So Thursday is the day of Lakshmi ji, and that is the day it is reserved. Lakshmi ji comes out of the temple and she goes all over Puri and she goes to any house that her devotees live in. So once it so happened, she came out on Thursday, and it was the tradition, she can go to any house of her devotees. So there was one Chandalini, name was Shreya, and she had prepared nice bhoga for Lakshmi ji. Lakshmi ji went to her house, and she accepted the bhoga offering. But when she was coming back, Lakshmi ji was coming back to the main temple, Balramji came to know that she has eaten at Chandalini's house. So Balramji told Jagannath that we cannot allow her inside the temple. She has eaten at Chandalini, she has become outcast now for us, and she cannot cook for us. We cannot eat from her hands. Jagannath said, Balramji, there will be problem, please allow her. It will be a big problem if we don't allow. No, how can you allow such a lady? Just because she is your wife. Jagannath ji said, there will be a big problem, don't do that. Then Balram said, okay, you allow her inside, I'll leave, I'll go away. So you decide, who do you want? Now Balram ji's elder brother, Jagannath ji cannot say anything to him. Okay, Lakshmi ji was stopped. So the main doors were closed. Lakshmi ji, when she came, the security people said, no, you cannot come. It's an order from High Command, Jagannath ji's order. She said, what's my fault? They said, your fault is you ate at Chandalini's house and you cannot come inside. You have become outcast. So she said, okay. But as I said, all the cooks in the temple of Jagannath Puri, they are associates of Lakshmi ji. They are servants of Lakshmi ji. Because Lakshmi ji does the final cooking. So they all are servants of Lakshmi ji. So Lakshmi ji, when she was leaving, she called all the cooks. Okay, you come with me. And you're coming with me and bring all the bhoga from all the storerooms of the kitchen. So next day when Jagannath, Balramji, they got up, Pujari came, he was doing arti, he said, where is the bhoga? We are hungry. And now they are used to eat 56 times every day, 56 bhoga, and nothing. Pujari said, there's nothing. Balram, why there's nothing? Nobody cooked anything. You sent Lakshmi ji away, she took all her servants with herself. Balram ji, okay, Pujari, why don't you go and cook? There's nothing in the store, what can I cook? How can I cook? Jagannath, you see, I told you, Balram ji, there'll be a problem. Don't do that. Now what to do? Don't have anything to eat. Balram ji says, still, we cannot allow her inside. We'll go outside. We have so many devotees in Jagannath Puri. They'll feed us. Where's the problem? Okay, so they both went. And that day Lakshmiji had told fire god Agni Dev not to show up. So whole Jagannath Puri, nothing was cooked because there was no fire. And both Jagannath ji, Balram ji, they were roaming around in Jagannath Puri to find some food. And when they were roaming around, and Lakshmi ji told Surya Dev, okay, shine little more brightly today. So their feet were burning and nothing to eat, and it was sweating, and they're roaming around, what to do, what to do. So they came to a place. So one Brahman was giving some donation. So in the donation he was giving this puffed rice to different beggars. They said, okay, we have something to eat. So they both stood in the line, and by the time they came to the point, and Brahman was giving this puffed rice, Lakshmi told Vayudev, just blow a little bit more today. And as when he was giving, Vayudev came and he flew, all the puffed rice flew away. Again they were hungry, what to do? So walking, they came to the sea beach and they saw the one house, and there was a big feast going on and lots of people had eaten. Oh, such a nice feast today we had, wonderful feast. So they said, okay, here we'll get something, wonderful feast. So they both came to the house, and then they sat down, but the host came, oh, we just ran out of all the prasadam. There's nothing left. So they both said, oh, we are very hungry. So host said, okay, no problem, I'll cook some more. So Balramji asked, who are you, what's your name? She said, I'm Shreya Chandalini. So now Balramji was in a fix, it's the same house. They said, okay, why don't you bring all the items and we'll cook ourselves. She said, okay, if that's what you want, fine. So she brought all the items. And Balramji told Jagannath, okay, you cook, I'll go take bath in the sea, I'll come back, then we'll have prasadam. Jagannath said, okay. So Jagannathji started cooking. But Agni Dev was not supposed to be present that day. So he was blowing air, trying to make fire, and it was all smoke. There was no fire at all. All smoke, and smoke was coming out and is burning his eyes, and Balramji had gone to take bath. Afterwards he came back, he said, okay, where's the prasadam? Jagannath, nothing, I could not cook, I couldn't even have the fire. Hare Krishna. So Balramji chastised, what is it? You cannot even cook? Okay, give me, I'll cook. So he started blowing air for the fire and nothing, all smoke, and his eyes were burning red. Oh, miserable, very miserable condition, what to do? Then that lady came from inside with 2 plates in the hand, lots of nice prasadam, they gave to Jagannath and Balram. Okay, you cannot cook, just eat this. Here, everything is there. So they were so hungry, they started eating and eating. Balramji said, doesn't it taste like just what Lakshmi ji cooks every day? It tastes exactly the same. So when they had eaten, then Lakshmi ji came from inside. So now you are eaten at Chandalini's house. Are you both satisfied now? Now we all are in the same caste. Now can I come back to the temple? They said, yes, you can come. Well, the whole pastime was done by Lord Jagannath and Balramji to show that in Jagannath Puri, even an outcast can serve Jagannath. There's no problem. They accept. Because that's a tradition, old tradition going on. Cannot stop that. Well, actually what I was coming to the point was, from the day of Nirjala Ekadashi till the day Lord Jagannath comes back, return Rath Yatra, the Daitpatis and their descendants, they serve Lord Jagannath. Rest of the year, pujaris, brahmans they serve. But these Daitpatis, they are the descendants of Vishvasu. If you read the story of Nilamada, Vishvasu, and Vishvasu was the family was, they used to herd pigs. So Jagannath gives them a chance for pretty much a whole month to serve him. And they take care of everything, cooking for Jagannath, making offering for Jagannath, doing the puja, carry Jagannath from the Singhasan to the chariot and chariot back to the Singhasan, everything, they do the service. So Jagannath shows by this example that he is equal to all, and especially these outcasts, they serve him. So-called outcasts, for Jagannath, if they are serving Jagannath, they are higher than anybody else. So keeping in that mood, Jagannath has come to the Western world, outside India, to give us a chance to serve him. Sometimes we get people from India especially, we get very puffed up. Oh, I'm a Sharma, I'm a Pandit, and I'm Trivedi, and I'm Chaturvedi, and this and that. And I am come from this South Indian Brahman family, Saraswat Brahmans, and this and that. But that's just from the family side, right? Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, ke Chatur Varnya Maya Srishtam Gun Karma Vibhaksham. One is considered a Brahman or Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra only by his guna and karma, the qualities and the work he does. So Brahman work is mentioned in Gita as Patan Patan Yajan Yajan Dan Pratigra. They study the scriptures, they teach, they do the yagya, they teach how to do yagya, they accept donation and they give the donations. Kshatriya work is more like administration and to fight in the war, to protect the whole population, and to protect their bhakti also, to engage them in bhakti. That's also job of Kshatriyas. Vaishya is Krishi, Goraksha, Vanijyam. Krishi, agriculture, taking care of cows, and business, trade. And Shudras means those who serve all these three varnas. Brahman, Kshatriya and Vaishya. Those who serve them, they are Shudras. So this is the Varnashram system. And outside the Varnashram system come Malecha, Yavan, Chandal and other lower castes. Those who don't follow any scriptures, anything. So considering that, what do you think engineers come in? Which category? Thank you. What about doctors? Lawyers? Shudras? Shudra. Yeah, they're not Brahman or Vaishya. IT people also. Microsoft.
Actually, if you analyze...
I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that. Microsoft also? Microsoft employees? Google, Starbucks, whatever. So in Microsoft, who are we serving? Ultimately Bill Gates, right? Or whoever the CEO is. And is he a Brahman? Is he Vaishya? Is he Kshatriya? He's not even Shudra, Bill Gates. So one who is serving him, is he considered Shudra? So we have to understand who we actually are. So when somebody next asks you, who are you? I'm not a Brahman actually. We are even lower than Shudra. If we analyze like that. Also, although by Prabhupada's mercy is engaging us in the service of Krishna, so we become Vaishnava. Or we are aspiring to become Vaishnavas. Yeah, that's even a higher category, higher than even Brahmans. So by the mercy of Guru, this can happen. But if you look at our otherwise social status, it's even lower than Shudra. But Guru can change that. So Jagannath, Radha Nilamadhava, Sitaram Lakshmanan, Gaurnitai Lord Nrsimhadev, they have come here to give chance to even people lower than Shudras to serve Him. He gives us a chance to go on the altar, serve Him, to make garlands for Him, to cook for Him, to manage His temple, to construct this wonderful temple for Him, to arrange all the festivals. Devotees go to Soap Lake to chant His holy name and do some association katha. They purify that area also by being there. This is all mercy of Prabhupada actually. He brought that mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to all of us. Otherwise, we are not qualified. We don't have any qualification. So we have to understand a wonderful opportunity, wonderful fortune that Prabhupada has created for us and Prabhupada's followers have created for us. And take this process seriously. Take up this process seriously. Come again and again to the temple, chant the holy names, learn Bhagavad Gita, study Bhagavad Gita, study the scriptures. Come to the association, do some service here. This is for our purification. Jagannath is already pure. By giving us a chance to serve Him, we become pure. We become eligible, we become qualified to go back to the spiritual world. While living in Seattle, while working for Microsoft, we get a chance to go back to the spiritual world. It's amazing deal we got. It's not like we have to go to Himalayas, do tapasya, then we get to go to spiritual. No. It's not like we have to go to Vrindavan, then only we can go to the Golok Dham. No. Even Seattle also, Prabhupada has given us this opportunity. So we should take it up seriously. We should make best use of this bargain, best use of this opportunity that we got. There's so many thousands of pastimes of Lord Jagannath. I can go on whole night, it will not stop. He is so merciful. So I think we should stop here because everybody, kids are especially getting restless. Anybody have any questions or comment? You can ask. You didn't even sit for the class. You cannot ask question. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Since I never been to the parade, just asking the curiosity, is there any reason for, or any, like, it is good to have a prasada full time, but there are 56 offerings. Is there any particular reason?
Behind Chappan book, 56.
56 offerings?
I don't know why this number you're saying, why this particular number, Chappan?
Like we only have a 4 to 5 offerings.
It's a 56 number of items are served, total. But in big quantity.
I heard they cook for the entire day and offering happens in every half an hour or an hour. Is that?
Yeah, something like that. But the major meal that comes out for the public is, now they have changed the timing, it's around 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That it comes for the whole public. And the offering is also, procedure is different. Here we make plates for the Lord. There they do make the plates and it's solid gold plates for the Lord, but they also bring the whole pots from the kitchen, hot pots from the stove, and they run and they keep just like this area, they fill up the whole area with the pots. And when they are bringing the pots, they're literally running. The people who have this service, so they want as many pots to be there as possible for the pleasure of Jagannath. And the way of offering is, the pujari, when he's doing the offering, in a plate they fill up some water and he's chanting his mantras, and when he sees the reflection of Jagannath in water, means Jagannath has accepted. Here we do our mantras, we bend down, do our mantras. We don't even know if the Lord has accepted or not. We are hoping He has accepted. Because Prabhupada is there. No? We are offering through Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada is a pure devotee, so we are hoping that he would accept. But there the tradition is, if he sees the image of Jagannath in water, that means Lord has accepted. And many times it has happened, he doesn't show up. Like when Guru Nanak Dev, the founder of Sikh religion, he went to Jagannath Puri. And since it was a tradition that non-Hindus are not allowed, so the security guards didn't allow him inside. He was with his servants, Bala and Mardana. So Guru Nanak Dev was so humble, he said, okay, I'm not qualified. So he went to the beach area and he made a figure of Lord Jagannath on the sand, and he was sitting there chanting, meditating. So time of offering came, and Pujari didn't see the image of Lord Jagannath in water. Again and again he tried, he didn't see. So he said, oh, we have made some offense. So he asked Jagannath, what is it that we have committed? What offense we have committed? So Jagannath told him that my devotee is sitting on the beach, at the beach with two of his servants, and if he is sitting there in hot sun, how can I eat? You bring him here, then I'll eat. So since that day, Sikhs are allowed in the temple. So they brought Guru Nanak Dev, and since there, Sikhs are allowed. So that's the pastime of Lord Jagannath. It's a very, very mysterious place actually, Jagannath Puri. The temple also, I mean, once I was with some pandas were showing me, so they showed me there's a temple, you go downstairs, the small stairs going down. I said, what's there? He said, Pataleshwar Mahadev. So Lord Shiva's Shivling, and it's called Pataleshwar. He said those steps further down, they go to Patal Loka. I didn't venture out. I didn't try. He said, I believed it. I said, okay. Only up to Pataleshwar Mahadev, it's okay. I won't go further down. So he is the Lord. It is said, Nilamada was Lord for the first 50 years of Brahma, and next 50 years of Brahma, Jagannath is the Lord. So he is the Lord of the whole universe. And he is there. He shows his presence very much. Okay. Any other questions or comments? So tomorrow more devotees are going to Soap Lake, or
Some of them might do a short trip.
a day trip? A day trip they'll do, some of them. Okay. Well, enjoy. I hope the weather is okay tomorrow. Good. And Hari Bhakti Prabhu is ready with his harmonium for melodious kirtan again. So thank you all very much, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow evening again. Those who don't go to Soap Lake, please come here. We'll have some more